Welcome back to another review video. This one is going to be on the Jet Performance Mass Airflow Sensor. So, I've seen many mixed reviews of this product, and I just want to clear some of that up. I'm going to share my personal experience on it, and I'm going to go over the price, the fitment, pros and cons, and just my general experience with this part, but also jet performance in general. So, it's advertised that it's 45% more airflow, increases low end torque and horsepower, and better mileage. So, the first one, price. You can find this for around $300, give or take, depending on what website you get it from. And as far as performance mass airflow sensors go, that is about probably the cheapest you're gonna find it. And there's the whole question. Well, it's cheaper. Does it really work? I'm going to get into that later. So this is the part right here. This is for a 99 to 07 Classic Silverado. It might fit newer trucks. It came with this little adapter to like plug it into different things. But so first off, I bought this used on Amazon, and I didn't even know you could buy used parts on Amazon, but I did, and it was $250. And the part itself looked brand new. It was just a box that was like pretty kind of beat up, so that's why it was less. I made sure it all worked before I installed it. I cleaned it, so everything worked. And so the first time I put it on, I had my cold air intake, and I put it on. Went to go take it for a test drive. I didn't even make a quarter mile up the road before my check engine light came on. Came back home. I had two codes for bank 1 and bank 2 running lean. So I'm like, all right, it's probably just obviously a cold air intake plus this. And if you don't know, on the stock ones, there's a screen here that limits the airflow. So that's why it's kind of a restriction, I guess it is, but it's also there for a reason to kind of like atomize the air going in. And so obviously without that there, you're going to get more airflow. And with a cold air intake, I'm like, all right, it's getting way too much air. That's understandable. And so I took it out, put the stock one back in, and a little while after that, I was kind of in the idea of selling the intake. So I took it off and put my stock airbox back on. And then just one day it popped in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, under the bed, just chilling there. I might as well put it in, use it, and it should work. Well, I installed it, and everything was good for about a week, week and a half. And then it started running like really, it was really laggy and like sluggish. So I'm like, all right, it's got to be the mass airflow sensor. That's the only thing I've done to the truck recently. Brought it back home, and the same thing. Bank 1 and Bank 2 running lean. So I went out there, double checked, made sure everything was buttoned up tight. There's no air leaks, nothing. There's absolutely no leaks at all. And it was still running lean. So, for my installation on the stock airbox, you aren't going to be able to use these stock little rubber rings that lock this onto the airbox. Because on the stock one, the part with the screen, it's also another piece of metal there, which increases the diameter of this. So your stock rubber, those little rubber rings that it locks onto the stock one, it slips right in and fits snug. Well, this thing is about a half an inch smaller, so it don't matter how much you torque that screw and the clamp down, it's just going to be dangling there. So there's that. So what I did is I got a 4-inch intake coupler, and I put it on. It goes on like this, I believe, or this. I'm pretty sure it's like this. But I put it on. It fit perfect on this part, and then it fit perfect on this part. You just have to really clamp it down. But if you want it to work better, get a 4-inch to 3.5. This diameter right here is 3 inches. You can probably fit a 3-inch on that because it stretches, but you're going to have a hell of a time. So 4" to 3.5", everything should be all nice and snug, buttoned up. And then, so I went out there, I took it off, put the stock one back on, everything was fine. So, I'm going to go over the pros and cons. The first pro is you will feel a difference. There is a noticeable difference, and that's the first good thing, because like many other performance parts, you sometimes really don't feel a thing. With this, there is an instant difference. And another pro is it's super easy to install. It's just like doing the stock mass airflow sensor, but like I said, with the whole coupler and all that, it's still very, very simple. And the other pro is price. Performance part wise, there is stock mass airflow sensors that are the same price as this, and it's going to be your AC Delco and actual like true GM parts that are going to be that expensive. But so there's that. So you're getting a performance part for the price of a stock. And now so my general experience with this, and this is something that Jet Performance should have on their website. It's been known for a long time. You need a tune for this to work. And I'm not just talking about, plugging in a handheld tuner and hitting a couple buttons and having it work. You need tunable software. You need HP tuners. You need something like that to tune your computer specifically for this part. Otherwise, it will not work. And I have the box right here. I don't know, you have to say it's backwards, but it says no other vehicle modifications required. That is an absolute lie. Like I said, even with the stock airbox, this thing does not work. Your computer cannot compensate for this. And it's not just this style one. It's for any other Jet Performance mass airflow sensors that do it. Also, they make power control modules. I've watched a couple of videos on that. They make zero difference. And they have throttle bodies, which I also have read people have just had not much luck with them. They ended up returning it. And for the most part, Jet Performance products, they're returned. The return rate is higher than the buy-in rate, and I understand why. So if you do not have tunable software for this, it's an absolute waste of time. Waste of time, waste of money, and you're going to regret it. You're going to return it, and you're going to have to go through that whole process, and you could have just saved your time and money. That's why I'm making this video, to give you a detailed explanation and really help you make your decision. But if you have tunable software to make this work, and this is in your price range, you're really set on the name Jet Performance, and this is, you think it's going to work, I would say go for it. Your whole tuner, whatever, HP tuners, whatever you have, should make it work. If you do not buy this. It is absolutely not worth it. HP tuners is around $500. So if you still wanted this, and you still were going to go out and get HP tuners, you'd be spending $800 plus just to make this part work. And that's one thing that really should be listed on Jet Performance website. So I don't know if that's false advertisement, but it seems like it to me. And so yeah, so that's my experience with this. It's been many others' experience, and you're probably wondering why I still have this. And simply because it just sits under my bed. I could have returned it. I could have got my $250 back, but to me, I am so put off by this product. I don't even want to look at it anymore. It's not worth my effort or my time to return this. I'm not worried about the money at all, but I don't, even now, I just don't want to look at it. Once this video is done, I'm just going to throw it back in the box, throw it under my bed, and that's where it's going to sit. Maybe I might use it in the future if I ever do get tunable software to make it work, But other than that, this is pretty much just an ornament. And so $800 to make this part work is absolutely not worth it. There is a company called Granatelli Motorsports that makes mass airflow sensors that are tuned for cold air intakes. It literally looks just like this, except right here you'll see their name. And it's not just, it's tuned for cold air intakes, but it's literally calibrated to run 10% richer, where this one is not. And you can find that one for around 400 to mid fours, maybe, depending on where you get it from. And I would pick that one over this any day. Spend, $450. Get one that you know is going to work. It's should make a noticeable difference. Your car should actually compensate for it because it's already calibrated to run 10% richer, and it should work. And instead of spending 800 plus to get this rock, is what it pretty much is now. I could literally go chuck this thing off a tree right now and I won't care. So that is my experience with this part. That's also my experience with Jet Performance in general. They've had a lot of negative reviews, and that's what they won't tell you, is you need a tune for this to work. If you buy this and you don't have a way to tune it, you've wasted your money, you wasted your time. That's why I'm making this video, to save you from doing that. But that's just my experience, and like I said, it's other people's experience too. And but Jet Performance, they really need to be clearer about the products that they sell. So that's the end of my review. Hopefully this guys helps you make your decision. Kind of steer clear of this. And have you guys keep liking these reviews. Just let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, and there's going to be way more videos that are going to be coming up. So I'll see you next time.